Hello, I am Lucas, and this is feedback to Steam pages. We're starting with Catnip Cosmos, and this is a unpublished page, so it's just an image and a video. Catnip Cosmos, upgrade, shoot, and save the galaxy. I don't think this is a good first line. You start with the verbs. Usually once you have the verbs in the middle, in your first line, you want a clear, concise, one sentence pitch of the game that really uh, explains the genre, explains what the game is, explains the experience, the vibe. It's not an your first sentence is not an easy one to do because you need to pack a lot into very few words and it needs to be very easily readable. But this is not it. But anyway, command cat piloted spaceships in this casual incremental shmup. So you want to say this is an incremental shmup. You might want to drop the casual. One thing that I've seen Chris Zukovsky say recently, and I think he's right, is that we often use casual to try to defend ourselves from criticism. Like, oh, this is just a casual game, so don't expect much from it. So you might want to drop that. It also doesn't really appeal to people. Usually players are not really looking for casual games on Steam, but it can work, right? But anyway, I think incremental shmup are two good words. You might want to put that in your first sentence somehow. I think cat piloted spaceships are cute, but they don't say enough about the genre. They're just theme. Mine cosmic asteroids, upgrade your ship arsenal, and fight back against invading robot vacuum cleaners, devouring everything in their path. I think you have the good verbs there. Mine cosmic asteroids. I'm not so sure about the cosmic asteroids. Aren't all asteroids cosmic? It doesn't feel like it adds anything. The cosmic. Just mine asteroids, it's fine. Or like mine asteroids for this. Upgrade your ship arsenal seems good. Upgrade your ship. Fight back against invading robot vacuum cleaners. Yeah, that's fine. And then this is not the final capsule. There was on here. You had this, which is meant to be your final capsule. It seems okay. Maybe the cat is a bit small. I think the background is a bit empty, but you're gonna have to see how that finishes. It looks okay. Looks all right. Now let's look at the rest of the page and the trailer. Let's see the trailer done. It kind of just ends abruptly. I don't like the blinking wish list now. I think you have a new logo coming up, right? Yeah. So that's going to be good. Um, the new logo looks bare bones so far. I hope there's more to it later. I like the colors and the cute stuff in this one. So if you can bring those things to the new trailer, that would be good. I like the music. I think it starts a bit too slow. You don't have to start where the game starts. I understand that the game starts a bit slow and you're getting ones and then you get a two and then you get a billion, right? You can start at the billion. That's more exciting. You don't have to start at the boring part. Start at the awesome part. The upgrade, showing the upgrades is good. I think you could start somewhere a little more like this. The really multi-shooting. Here, I'm not sure what's going on. It seems like something's off screen. Um, it gets a bit repetitive, I guess, the footage towards the end. If you have more variety, you want to be showing that. So, and you also want to end intense. It kind of just fizzles out. You want to start intense and end intense. And I'm not really seeing that right now. Okay, let's look at the rest of the page. It's definitely one of the games ever made by mom. I think you can remove this. This doesn't add anything. Catnip Cosmos is an incremental shoot 'em up about mining catnip crystals and fighting robot vacuum cleaners. Collect resources, upgrade your ship, unlock new pilots, and destroy everything in your path. And then you have gifts. So you want to make the text into titles, big titles, and preferably images. And using a cool font. I think 2 is too little. You want at least 3 little videos here. And you want to show some variety. You don't want this. These two are very similar. You want one showing the combat, and you want one showing the upgrades, and you want one showing the meta progression, right? You want to show different things in them. And I mean very different things. You can say, oh, but these are different things. There was one is shooting little lasers, and this one is shooting big lighting. That's not different enough. They're just both ships shooting stuff. You have a list of features which nobody reads or cares about. It used to be mandatory. I don't know if Steam still is mandatory about the list of features, but I think it's a horrible idea. You're more like this. Looks right. That's the feedback I have, I think, for Catnip Cosmos. Good luck with the game. I remember I did Resonant Q a while ago. I'm curious to see how that has changed. So this is Resonant Q, a cosmic horror survival action game for 1 to 3 players. I think this is too many words. Still. Set on a dilapidated orbital ring. Nobody cares about this. This is lore. Nobody understands what this means. Ascend the orbital ring. Again, nobody cares about this. Hunt anomalies. Take loot back to an evolving base to craft new items to reach the stars. I think this seems okay. Some kind of looter shooter. Remember that. And let's see if we can get this trailer running. I remember I criticized your screenshots a lot. I remember this one being good. This one looks cool as well. Oh, this looks cool. This one's new. This one is a little bit hard to see, I think. I remember criticizing them because they were very hard to see what was going on. This is cool. Oh, this one is good. You have the enemies, you have the players, you have the really cool environment. This is great. Oh, this is nice as well. The characters posing. I think you've improved your screenshots 100-fold. Oh, this is a great screenshot showing the base. This one's a bit hard to understand what was going on. And then you have videos. Okay, we managed to get this one. Let's watch this. The first trailer. It's a good strong beginning because you have a lots of cuts of different things. I think that's good. You have some low FPS capture there. You might want to recapture that in 60 FPS. About this time, I would expect things to slow down a little bit. Like, I'm already hyped. Now I want to calm down and really understand what's in the game.
My suit energy's almost out. I don't know if we can make it home.
That energy powers each run, but it was never ours to control.
I wouldn't go with lore at this point. I want to know the features. I want to know exactly what the gameplay is.
Fear obeys intent. It responds to pressure, presence, resonance. Some anomalies only react. Others are waiting for company. Survival isn't winning. Survival is leaving on time.
Are we still on the ring?
This text is hard to read. It's too hard to read. I understand you're trying to make it look cool. It seems like low quality. It's so blurry, and it seems like it has been stretched. It's a good trailer. I wish it slowed down more after the hyped action, but it just keeps hyping up the action pretty much the whole time, except for some bits of lore. I wish there was more about how you build the base and that kind of thing in the main trailer. And then at the end you can hype up again and do some action. I'm going to quickly see this other one. So this is just gameplay. I think this is a bit underwhelming. You usually don't put a 1 minute of pure gameplay into Steam page. You'd usually have this kind of footage in your live stream. If you're going to do a gameplay footage video, you want it to be more of an explainer that goes into what things do exactly and what the gameplay is like. Just 1 minute of capture footage, I don't think is very good. I wouldn't put that in a page. I saw that this game has a lot of wish lists, I'm pretty sure, so congrats for that. I wonder what's with the hiccups here. Because the video has fully loaded. It is replaying, so why does it hiccup every 2 seconds? It seems to pause. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be something wrong with my computer. I think it's something wrong with your video there. Here we have that too. Is it something here? I don't know. I don't know. I personally don't like the text, like the readable text as image. I like titles as images, but for the descriptions, I like the default fonts that I can select. I can select this, and it's kind of harder to read. I don't really like this. I think you want to have some actually written text. But I understand what you're going for. You did a thing. Um, I'm sure it's fine. It seems good. You're hitting a lot of notes that resonate. Get it? With the audience. So congratulations. And then here you have the text. Is this here just for link previews or something? It feels kind of weird. But anyway, it's good. I think your capsule is good. Like some kind of multiplayer co-op spacer shooter. If that's what it is. If the focus is multiplayer, it's a good capsule. Seems something like Destiny. Destiny players might enjoy. When I look at this is what I see. Not really my genre, but I think might be getting that audience. Sim capsule change to an interim one too. I would really love some feedback on the first animated movie in there. Well, luckily I did give a lot of feedback to that one, so I hope that helps. I think it is too intense. Basically, I'd like to slow down and explain the game to me a bit more. Like, why am I looting? How am I building the base? Do I craft weapons? And then, like, I want to see if you can craft weapons or buy weapons. I want to see footage of that as well. Not just action, right? I think both capsules are good. I don't have a particular preference between them. Let's move on. Rogue Skies. Rogue Skies. Conquer the skies in this tactical roguelike deck builder. In Rogue Skies, you'll assemble your crew, load the cannons, and defend your airship from raiding sky pirates as you blow them out of the sky. So, I don't think it's a good first opening sentence. I want to see tactical roguelike deck builder earlier. So, a tactical roguelike deck builder where you conquer the skies if you must. I don't think this is super important. But it's like, okay, my brain can take a tactical roguelike deck builder. And then you can do your other stuff. You don't need to repeat the name of the game here. You don't need Yule. Just go straight into the thing. Assemble your crew, load the cannons, and defend your airship from raiding sky pirates as you blow them out of the sky. This is good. And you don't need to conquer the skies. You don't need in this. You don't need in Rogue Skies. And you don't need Yule. You can get rid of a lot of words there and make it shorter and nicer. Or use that space to talk about other cool stuff that's in your game. Let's see the trailer. So I think it's a good beginning. You understand that it's mostly about the battle gameplay, and that it's a deck builder with the card picks. And then we go into navigation. There's a shop. People like shops. This is a bit slow. This section is very slow. I think you can cut that, make it shorter. I don't know what, like, you're spending a lot of time on this, but I already know there's a battle system. I'm not seeing anything really new and important here. You want to use the space to talk about what's interesting about the game, maybe show some meta progression here. I've already seen this. Yeah, this is low. This goes on for too long. Like, if you're going to do a shot of the boss, you're gonna do a quick ones, that 1 second. There's no reason for all of this. You want to shorten this. 1 minute and a half is too much if you don't have more to show. Yeah, so this goes on for a bit long. It could have been a 50-second trailer. You could also have more stuff, especially if you have more stuff in the game. Maybe show the card collection, show all the card unlocks. You don't have titles at all. Here you have titles. So you want to put these above the videos, above the little videos. And you want these titles to be in a cool image with a cool font. Like play cards strategically. I don't know. That's a very bad one, but you want something like that. And the same for here. It's like fight awesome bosses. something better, of course. Uh, yeah, and that because here it's just boring. Present your stuff in a fun, exciting way. Um, I think your capsule is good. I don't think it shows enough cards. Convention for deck builder capsules is that it shows cards. And I think because the cards are so important in your game, you want to be showing cards. Because otherwise, this feels like some kind of action game. And your tags are certainly good because you can't go wrong with the deck building card battler tags. I didn't love the music, but it was fine. Ghostie Town. Play as a cute ghost. Exploring and fixing up a forgotten town. Not a good opener. You want short and you want genre, and you don't have that. Play as is not also a good opener. Um, because play as is like, oh, I play as something, right? It's interestingly enough, it's players want to be. They don't want to play as. You know, hype up the fantasy. You are a cute ghost. Be a cute ghost. I explore and fix up a forgotten town. You need a better opener, and you need the genre. I still don't know what the genre is, so I can't come up with anything. But relax while watering plants. I think just water plants, probably more powerful. Water plants relax with something, dust off the streets, and meet other ghosts. You want these verbs in the active voice to learn their stories. Heartwarming story reach repair game. Okay. Okay. I I think it ends well. You just need a better opener. Uh, your screenshots. I I think this looks a bit empty. It looks a bit empty. Doesn't look very exciting. You don't have a trailer, so and you don't have a good about this game at all. What did you say in your post? A cozy game. Well, why is the word cozy nowhere to be seen? If you're going cozy, go cozy and say cozy. A cozy. Right, you start with cozy. Build a community. I think this is good. This is important thematically. We don't really see build a community here, but you know, build and repair a community, something like that. I think you want to emphasize that because building a community sounds cool and sounds heartwarming. Um, trailer in progress. You need a better about this game. Look at the other games that I uh, covered here or anywhere else. Look at other games on Steam. You need a very strong about this game section with the little videos, titles, um, that are images and good fonts that really show the game. And in general, it's a pretty bare bones page. Your capsule, I don't think the capsule is very good. So the thing is, if if this is an exploration game where you just walk alone and there's nobody else around and nothing ever happens, this is a good capsule. But if this is a very this is a game where you feel like you're connected to a community, or you're repairing relationships and meeting others, then you want to show that in the capsule. You want to put the other characters there, and there's one main character, the player, sure, but then there's this community, right? There's a bunch of other little ghosts that show up there, and they're happy and they're repaired, right? We don't see that here. I think, yeah. Otherwise, your logo is fine. I think this one has gotten good feedback. Um, this one has gotten no feedback. Tower defense. Earth's Last Stand. A tactical tower defense game where you build, adapt, and survive a relentless planetary siege across land, air, and space. This was not the easiest thing to read. You want a period earlier for your first opener line. A tactical tower defense game. I mean, I know it's a game. I'm on Steam. Uh, The word game there probably doesn't help, but you want to say something about it being a tactical tower defense. And maybe you can include something else that's interesting. And then you go into your verbs: build, adapt, and survive. Relentless planetary siege across land, air, and space. I don't know, it sounds weird. Because if it is about this, oh, there's the land, and then there's the air, and then there's the space. You don't, if it is about that, of all of this variety of places that you fight in, if it's about that, then you really want to break those down and take more time explaining that. You don't want to just throw it in like this. Manage resources, command layer defenses, and evolve your strategy to withstand waves of invading forces. I think it ends well. Let's see. So there's no in-game audio, and the music's good, but I'm not sure if it is right for the game. I think you need some captions for when you're doing this stuff. Like, buy new perks that do amazing things. Whatever. Launch rockets. Build new posts. I think that goes a long way to explain what's going on and to tell the player, oh, this is what you got to do. I think it starts very slow. I think it's a bad idea to start with a 3, 2, 1. You lose your first 5 seconds showing no real gameplay. No, you want to start very strong in your first 5 seconds and show not this. You'll also lose your second 5 seconds and you lose your third 5 seconds. So the most important parts are your first 15 seconds, and you waste those. You want to start here. Like, oh, there's a just now defend your planet. Pilot planes or whatever. Do you pilot this or do you just build this? I don't know. Tell the player. I guess a bit samey around here. I don't know what's going on here. Lasers. Like, what caption would I do from this point to? It's like here I would say lasers, 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 lasers. You see what I'm saying? It just goes on with lasers, lasers, lasers. I don't know what you're trying to communicate here, but what I'm getting is just lasers, and it goes on for 20 seconds. No, you want to show more variety, show more stuff. Oh, you could. There's all these buildings. There's all of these upgrades you can get. You can build this stuff in your planet, right? So not just lasers. Okay. And in your about this game, you want to turn these texts into images with a good font. And you want to put little videos showing what you're talking about. And we don't see that here, and people don't like to read, so we want to show them. Your capsule is not very good. It's too busy. There's no focus point. There's a bunch of things which are focal points, and it's when everything is a focal point, nothing is a focal point. It also lasers. You need a better capsule. Get an artist. This is die severed. Die severed is a gambling roguelike where each lost round costs you one finger, crippling your ability to reroll your dice. Stack your dice bag with weighted dice. Collect run defining abilities, and roll your dice round by round. Round by round? To pay your debt and walk out in one piece, more or less. This is good. Have a good hook at the beginning. You're clearly talking about the genre. I just don't. I'm just not sure about round by round, but everything else is good. Okay, show the finger loss right away. It's probably a good idea. I think the music's a bit quiet and boring. The audio in general. I'd expect something a little darker. The visuals as well, they're kind of light. I'd expect something darker. I'm not sure that the green is a great color choice, especially with the green dye. Maybe you want to do a purple, get more attention, a more attention grabbing color, also darker color. Maybe black, maybe purple. Um, it's a bit slow. There are very few cuts. I think you want more cuts. And then it just ends very abruptly. I think you need a better video. I think you have a very strong premise and a good description. I think you need a better video, some more creepy imagery. You want to do more cuts. You want a more full music that hypes me a little bit more. This is just a bit boring. I'm like almost sleeping. Like I'm almost sleeping and I'm supposed to be super creeped out that I'm going to lose my fingers. You want more zoom in into the fingers. You want more tension there. You want the machine shaking. And oh my god, am I going to lose my finger? You want a little bit more story in this video. There's just no story. It's just kind of boring. And by story, I don't mean lore. I mean, high points of tension, releasing tension, increasing tension before releasing it. Right now, it's just meh. Right? It just keeps going. Right. So we don't see anything like this in the trailer. Why not? No more creepy imagery or a tiny red light in the dark, whatever that is. Um, you might want to change this text into images with a good font and bigger than the default Steam stuff. Why do you have the shop twice? I guess these are dice and these are upgrades. I don't think you want to show the shop twice like this. It's just too similar. I would expect to see more variety. I think there's a lot of potential in this project, so I hope you can do a good video and get creepier visuals and audio. I think that's really gonna help. And your similar games are just spot on. So good job with your tags. I think there's a mismatch between the capsule and the game. Like as I was saying, this is pretty light, right? The visuals here are pretty bright, other than here. But your capsule is super dark. There's clearly a mismatch going on here. I think the good thing about the capsule is that it's dark and it shows the dice. The logo is not amazing. It works. I think it's a bit generic. I wish you would show the hand in the capsule. It doesn't have to be a severed hand. It could just be a hand. Might give some of the brightness of the game to the capsule if you show the hand. And it's also just a human element. And we are people and we care about people. Even if you don't show a face, showing a hand might help. And the hand is so important. It might be worth considering having an antagonist's face. And I'm sure there's some lore reason that you don't have an antagonist's face. You're getting audio, right? But there's a reason why it works to have an antagonist's face, right? Like there in Buckshot Roulette, you see that creepy face in the antagonist. That's a good image for a capsule. You see an inscription, that creepy face behind the text. That's a good image for a capsule. Unfortunately, you don't have that. So you're kind of screwed. But you're screwing yourself because you can just make something up, right? You can have a creepy face in your game too. Why not? This one does a cat instead, which I guess is okay. But anyway, that was my feedback for Dice Severed. And this is gonna be it for this video. So thank you and good luck with all the games, and bye bye.